Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo September 11, 2022. This month-long cycle can be about coming to a more balanced state of being and larger perspective of what you need and want from your life. There can be a stronger focus on companionship or partnerships in the weeks ahead, and you can undoubtedly benefit from the insights of a significant other. Some of your plans may need refinement, or you may be putting a little less energy into them as you attend to other areas of life, particularly social ones. It's a cycle that brings out your need for a different view of your life and your innate need for others. You're taking more pride in a partnership, or perhaps a partnership demands more attention than usual. You're more willing than usual to adjust and adapt to the needs of key people in your life. Today, you're in good shape for researching a job or health matter further. There can also be opportunities for meaningful contact with others. As if having Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune enchanting your romantic fifth house of love, passion, pleasure, and self-expression wasn't enough reason to fall head over heels smitten, the Sun debuts in sensually driven Virgo today, bringing energy and vitality to your committed seventh house of agreements, compromise, and significant others. Despite whether you're single or already romantically attached, there are a series of opportunities being brought to the forefront, namely with regards to connecting and meeting a significant other halfway. Again, with Venus glimmering through your fifth house of love, romantic inspiration is almost inevitable. Are you ready to partner up? The Sun is officially in Virgo, encouraging you to consider a not-so-different perspective. Pisces season is extremely loyal but stable. So, this is the season for you to entertain straightforward, safe professional commitments and relationships. Instead of playing a game of cat and mouse or taking on risky professional commitments, you should lean into a more careful mentality. Commit to loyal professional colleagues and steadily work on your determined objectives. While it may not feel intense, you will enjoy the relaxed energy of your professional commitments. Today you might decide to host an impromptu party, and a lot of merry, jovial, and interesting people could attend. You'll have a lot of fun and blow off a lot of steam, and feel pleasantly exhausted when it's over. Don't hesitate, go for it. The only problem, a member of your household might be tired and not up for too much noise. Try to make certain everyone keeps their voices down, and don't play any loud music. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute, but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and go ahead. You will be welcomed and forgiven, and glad that you took the first step. The first thing you should do is listen. Sure, you're the kind of person who likes to jump right in and solve everyone's problems, but make sure you have the whole story before you start doling out advice. Aware of being able to get plenty of attention from admirers. Wherever you are, the looks you catch from others now and then are obvious and direct. Opportunities for romance are available, but don't overdo it. Be selective, for despite the many chances for romance, disappointment still causes heartache. Do your best to keep things light and fun-loving today. This sort of energy will be sorely needed considering the incredible intensity that is likely to kick up on a day like today. You may find that other people are saying things that are quite unexpected, and you may be surprised at the events that transpire as a result. Try not to get too bogged down by other people's negative attitudes and clashing opinions. Take care that you don't become too involved with harmful gossip. This can be a challenge for your personality, and with the added energy of this day, it can be very difficult. Consider the time and productivity that you give away by doing this. Try to keep your focus on your own life, and what you need to do there. This is certain to be more satisfying for you than chatting about the lives of other people. You can always walk away when conversations take on a gossiping slant. On the same day that there is a changing of the guard on the relationship front with Mercury, the planet of communication leaving and the Moon returning just a few hours later, Pluto turns retrograde in your communication sector. While the moon has returned to begin the lead up to an eclipsing new moon that is all about moving your relationships forward, Pluto can keep the communication lines open, but from today is a lot more focused on giving the past and unsaid words a voice. Within hours of Mercury, the planet of communications departure from your relationship sector today, the moon not only returns but to begin the lead up to an eclipsing new moon. With Mercury gone, it is up to Pluto, who turns retrograde in your communications sector today, to keep the communication lines open. This means that a chance for a fresh start on the relationship front comes with a chance to also give the past and unsaid words a voice. Our eyes in the sky. The moon in Pisces opposes Venus this morning, and our minds and hearts will be sharp and moving quickly. We'll have an opportunity to heal through socialization and casual conversation. However, Mercury's retrograde, which begins today, can throw a wrench into these healing vibes if we forget to be good listeners. Remember that social interactions should be about giving and receiving. After you've said your piece, be sure to stick around and listen to the people you encounter today. You'll need to be discerning when it comes to your conversations. Make sure you don't end up in the role of therapist for someone who lays all their problems on you then bails before you have a chance to talk about yours. The energy lightens up a bit in the afternoon, giving you a chance to mentally engage with the things you find interesting. Do some light research or reading if you have some free time. As we head into the evening, try to surround yourself with people who lift you up. Communication will be easy, and it can help you alleviate stress. When the moon is in Pisces, mental stimulation can make it hard to fall asleep, so stay away from screens for an hour before bedtime, and enjoy a cup of herbal tea to help you unwind before heading off to dreamland. In the early morning and evening, the moon forms square aspects to Mars and Venus, respectively, bringing an abundance of healing energy. Use this time to reconnect with yourself and the things you desire most. We might take our frustrations out on those who we are closest to because we assume our loved ones have the bandwidth to hold space for even our most irrational feelings. Be mindful that we are at the mercy of our passions now, and our behavior can hurt others if we are not careful. In the morning, the Pisces moon opposes Venus in Virgo, starting off the day on a sensitive note. Our emotional and romantic needs are at odds, making it difficult for us to communicate what we want. However, we are also frustrated when others fail to read our minds. We might be harboring an idealistic fantasy of our relationships while at the same time negotiating conflicts in a hypercritical way. It may be better now to take a break from social engagements and instead do something healthy or creative for your body and mind, like listening to your favorite music or relaxing with a good book. The cosmic weather is then quiet until the late afternoon, when the moon squares off with Mars in Gemini, exacerbating our moodiness. We find ourselves annoyed and irritated, especially in our intimate relationships. It is probable that we are still not communicating our needs, but now we are lashing out and making the other party feel like they have been insensitive. Our feelings are hurt, but it is we who have injured ourselves, not the other person. Try to take ownership of your emotions instead of casting blame.